Hi guys, so I'm back and I have brought another page of notes with me so I don't miss something important, but I really wanted to share the 6 things that I really wish I had already known about this COVID-19 Delta variant, because it's not the same and I couldn't find a lot of this information. But nonetheless, some stuff you just learned from experience. And I want to share this with you so that if you're in the beginning stages or you're caring for somebody, you have the knowledge that would have helped me, and I hope in turn will help you. So, number 1, I wish I had known how the Delta variant is different. So we know now a little bit more about it. And we know that it travels faster. It's more contagious, 2 to 5 times more contagious. And the speed or the progression of COVID through the Delta variant is a lot faster. So whereas before it took more time to have symptoms, here it's 3 days usually, an average of 3 days before you onset of symptoms. And then the speed of progression of how quickly it causes damage in your body is also faster, which means you have to get care faster. You can't be stubborn and say, I'm healthy, I'm strong, I'm the healthiest person I know. I can, go a week on a fever. No, not with this one. You cannot. I wish I'd known that, because I would have been tested after 24 hours of having that high 103-degree fever. And then because I didn't have a lot of other symptoms at the beginning, so a fever is a fever, But had I been tested and found positive, then I would have sought treatment immediately, because the progression and the downhill slope was so fast. So I would have went either to, one of the areas that I can go to get the monoclonal antibodies, or I would have went to my doctor sooner and got the full COVID protocol. That probably would have kept me out of the hospital, would have kept me off oxygen. And so I wish I had known how fast this one moves. That would have changed what I did and how I took care of myself. Now, second one, I wish I had gotten treatment faster, which of course I just said, right? I wish I'd gotten treatment faster, because I could have saved myself this month-long journey. It might have been a week-long journey if I had been on treatment and started treatment in day 2 or 3 instead of day 8 and 10. But, that's why I'm sharing this with you. All right, I wish I had known that Friday is not the day to go to the doctor's office, because I went to the doctor on a Friday afternoon and was already seriously ill because it was day 8. And I was given prescriptions, and I was given a prescription for oxygen, as I had said before. And on Friday, late afternoon, 3 to 4 or 5 o'clock, I think it was like 3, I had to go to 5 pharmacies to get part of my prescriptions. And the most needed prescription wasn't going to be ready for me till Monday. Well, it's been 2 weeks or so since then, and I've called the doctor's office and the pharmacy, and they still won't give it to me. So, Friday's a bad day to go to the doctor. Also, that was why I wasn't able to get my oxygen, because it was a Friday afternoon. The offices were going to close soon. I was cash pay, so they were just going to push me off until Monday. So a lot of medical providers aren't open on the weekends, so it's not a great day to go. Friday is not the best day to go to the doctor. You don't have time to get everything you need. All right, let's see what else. I wish I'd known that I could actually purchase an oxygen concentrator online. Wow. Oh my gosh. So I'm home lamenting because the oxygen supply company refuses to serve me for 3 days, and I'm seriously ill. My oxygen levels are already in the 80s, and I don't know what to do, right? I knew I had to go to the hospital, but had I known I could get an oxygen concentrator online without a prescription, wow, I would have had one in the closet. You know, people carry these things around with them for COPD and asthma and stuff already. And I didn't know. If I'd have had one of those, I would have been keeping my oxygen levels up, but I didn't. And so now I do. Now I know that that's a nice backup to have for yourself or others. Just make sure you have lots of tubing, right? Make sure you have lots of these cannulas. All right. I wish that I'd known that you could use a nebulizer to help clear your lungs and your sinuses and raise your oxygen levels. That was something I wasn't turned on to before I had it either. So that's something you can research online, but there are doctors who have protocols for how to use it and how to use it for COVID. I wish I'd have known that. I'd have been doing it from day one, but I didn't. So I wish I had. And see, the last one. Oh, this is a biggie. I wish I had known that you can be asymptomatic and your oxygen levels still be dangerously low. So I would recommend getting a pulse oximeter, you know, the little thing you wear on your finger, from any drugstore near you, pharmacy, and test. Even if you're not highly symptomatic and don't need to go to the hospital, you may realize that your oxygen levels are actually dipping more than you know, and then you might want to take action, you know. That's a dangerous situation, and that's what causes a lot of the other symptoms, of course, is the low oxygen. So I wish I'd known that I could have been testing my oxygen all along. I didn't do it until I think day 7 or day 8 is when I got my pulse oximeter, and I started keeping track of my oxygen levels, because by that time I already had pneumonia and I could tell that something was desperately wrong. And so I started testing then, and I went to the doctor, you know, and then I went to the hospital when I saw them dropping seriously, and it scared me, as it should. So those are the things I really feel would have been valuable for me in knowing how to handle this situation with my own health and being responsible for my own health. Had I known them, I would have definitely done things differently, and I feel like I would have not been hospitalized, and I would have not ever had to have been put on oxygen. So I hope in some way that this helps you guys. If you're looking right now because you just started running a fever, you know, I hope in some way that this helps you stay out of the hospital, that it helps keep you off of oxygen, and that it helps keep you from having a severe case and maybe just a mild one that you recover from quickly. All the best, guys.